This is a Rolls Royce Ghost, and in today's video, I'm going to be doing a one-take POV drive with a miniature review. But I wanted to start by showing you what I think is one of the coolest features of Rolls Royce, and that here is the Spirit of Ecstasy, which, when you unlock the car, pops out to reveal itself. So let's climb on board and take this V12 powered beast for a drive. One other quick cool thing I'll note, so you'll notice on a Rolls Royce, the center caps will always be upwards. So they're like a floating disc with a weight at the bottom. So even while the car's driving, the RR is upright. So let's climb on board. I'll just quickly show you the back seats with those suicide style doors. Super cool. Should be a soft close. And the little Rolls Royce umbrellas. All right, let's take this thing for a drive. Push to start. Confirm. And we will put it in drive. So the whole premise of what a Rolls Royce really stands for is the ultimate in luxury. So it's supposed to be the smoothest, quietest, and just most opulent car to drive. And one thing I will say is when you are driving a Rolls Royce and you see people's reactions around you, people do notice this car with a very high degree of attention. On par or even above what you'd find in Ferrari, Lamborghini, or comparable exotics. Another thing that I note in a Rolls Royce such as this one is all of the buttons have a very nice, high quality feel to them. So nothing feels cheap or plasticky or finicky. Like everything you press has a nice click to it. Even the air vents, this nice push and pull, have a very nice feel to them. Now this particular car is fitted with a set of aftermarket 24-inch wheels, and it is lowered. So when you go around corners and turns, you do hear a little bit of rubbing, maybe on camera, which is not normal for a Rolls Royce. You would never hear that in a factory Rolls Royce. But outside temperature. That's another cool thing about Rolls Royces is all the sounds it makes, such as that, are a very soft and not an alarming sound like some of these domestic cars. So it gives you a very elegant feel, even in that respect. Nice Rolls Royce branding on the headrests, big back seats. Now this is powered by a twin-turbo 6.75 liter V12 that has quite a bit of power and torque. We'll just give it a bit here. For such a heavy car, you can see how quickly it accelerates. Smooth, effortless power. Another cool thing is in a Rolls Royce, they don't actually have a traditional tachometer. Or what you know as maybe an RPM gauge, but they have a power reserve, which is sort of the same thing. So if I fully let off the gas right now, you can see I have 100% of the power available to me. And as I accelerate, it goes down. I'll just floor it a little bit more. So it's kind of a cool, different gauge than what you'd normally see in a normal car. everything about it very elegant. Like even how the finishing on these sun visors are. Got a nice big sunroof. I'm not going to turn on the radio because of copyright with the YouTube video, but the sound system does sound incredible. This little selector wheel here, same thing. It has like a very nice and very defined like click to it when you're scrolling through it. Feels very nice. Same thing with the click there. It just feels really, really nice. So a modern Rolls Royce, such as this one, it's absolutely incredible how expensive some of these cars are. I've seen some new Rolls Royces asking $700,000, $800,000, $900,000. This one being a Ghost, probably, depending on how you spec it, is somewhere between $400,000 and $500,000. Some of the really heavy custom builds might be $600,000. And a car like this today, which is, let's just say 10 years old, again, depending on the condition and mileage, would be somewhere around, let's just say 150 to 200,000, somewhere in that range. But you can get even older models, like 2010s when these first came out, for under $100,000, which I think is a lot of car for the money. Would I personally buy one? That's a tough question. That is a tough question. Probably not. Mainly because I think these things at that point are becoming more of a liability. A lot of reliability problems. Very expensive parts. And long wait times to get certain parts. But what I will say is, if you're in the market for a new one for, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, and you found one that was 5 years old for $200,000, I would probably opt to buy that over a new one. But keep in mind, it is going to depreciate quite a bit more. You look at a Rolls Royce from the 70s or 80s or 90s, like, I use the word, they're free, because people cannot give them away. I mean, you'll commonly find them asking $15,000 to $20,000, which, again, I think it's actually now becoming a really good value, but you have the same concerns with potential reliability, just without at least the liability of further depreciation, that's for sure. One thing I will say, though, that is definitive, like you cannot debate, is driving this car. It is extremely nice to drive. You do feel special in a Rolls Royce, even above a Bentley or a Mercedes S-Class or something like that. So it does give you a very opulent feel. And to some people, that's very important. To others, not so much. But I'm curious, what do you guys think about Rolls Royce? Let me know in the comments down below. What is your favorite Rolls Royce? Would you buy one? Would you not buy one? Would you rather buy something else? Tell me in the comments down below. I'm really curious what you guys think. It's also a very big car. That's another thing that you don't realize until you get in it, is like how long your hood is, how much you have behind you. It does feel like you're driving essentially a full-size truck, just you're sat a little bit lower to the ground. And some people like that. It feels very sturdy and safe. A little bit, you know, I'd be a little bit worried parking in a tight space, but you know, that might be your driver's problem, and you might be sat in those comfy seats in the back. So another interesting thing, just on a side note, is I thought on this drive I was going to cross 50,000 kilometers, but no, 49,999, and I'm just about at my destination. So I'm not going to see it cross 50,000, unfortunately. That would have been cool for the video, but I don't think it's going to happen on this occasion. 49,999. So with that, I think I'm going to end this video. If you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments down below. Give it a thumbs up. Tell me what you think of Rolls Royce in the comments. Have you driven one before or not? Would you want to drive one? Which one would you buy? Or would you buy something all different together?